Hi everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here with another process video. Today I am working with the Paige Evans Take Me Away collection for Pink Paislee, and this is the first time I've worked with it in a very long time. I think I did one layout with it, and so I'm just kind of going through everything I have and seeing what will work for my layout. I have an idea of what I want to do, so I'm just looking to see what will work best. So I've got this paper, and now all of the Pink Paislee papers are numbered, so I've got 8, and that is this multicolor, almost like a mini fish scale pattern in varying colors. And what I'm doing is I'm going to do a diamond shaped piece of paper in the center of this other 12 by 12, and I believe the measurements for that are 8.5 by 8.5 to be a perfect diamond shape that centers edge to edge on the page. Now what I'm doing is just deciding which color I want where, because the colors are varied. I didn't want the pink on the top part to be with the pink on the bottom part, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, because this is basically going to be what I have for pattern paper, besides perhaps, yes, I did want to edge the paper because it is so close in color scheme to the bottom page. I wanted to give a little differentiation, so I'm going to ink it in that Hero Arts charcoal ink. Wow, words are hard. Ink. I can get charcoal out, no problem, but ink is an issue. So I'm just trying to make sure I line it up correctly. I'm just using the lines in my grid to make sure that occurs, and I'm super happy with the way this works out. And now I'm just going to use the back, the leftover of that paper that's on the top. I think that's called the number 8. And this is why it's annoying with them calling them by numbers. So the other side is a pale green wood paneling on a diagonal. And I'm just going to take my 2 3x4 photos and map them with it. Now, so this layout is a little bit different. I have these 2 3x4 photos, and then I have a larger quote-unquote photo, but it's not actually a photo. And in fact, it is a birthday card that my parents' dogs got for me. As a little joke, my parents, well, the joke is not the card is a dog, and the inside of the card says, I hope you enjoy your birthday present. I hope no one else got you a stick. So as a joke, my parents actually wrapped a stick, and I don't know if you can see, but that's me holding the stick in the bottom, and then a picture of me holding the stick for my dog, who's the one who actually wound up with the stick in the end. Please do not think my parents only purchased me a stick for my birthday. They get me some very nice gifts. If you're wondering the reason why I only printed that picture of me in 3x4, there's a very good reason, and that's that I had my best friend take the photo. My best friend is not a scrapbooker, so she did not realize that A, my face is completely shadowed in the thing, and B, I'm standing directly in front of a trash can. And there was no way to get rid of it, as it's like right come out my shoulder. So I wasn't super happy with the photo, so we're just going to print it at 3x4 and be happy with it. And I get a cute story down about my 38th birthday. So there's what my parents do. My parents keep Hallmark in business. So, which is hilarious. My parents love to give cards, multiple cards actually. This is one of, I believe, 4 cards they got me for my birthday. Alright, moving on. Let's get back to the actual layout. I've pulled out several things from the Take Me Away line, from both the die cut pack and the wood veneer. And I am going to use that journaling spot off to the left-hand side for my journaling. I'm just not quite sure if I'm going to have a base layer for that. Now, that wreath that I have in the upper left-hand corner of the card, I trimmed a bit out and then I fussy cut around it to give a third piece of floral to this layout. Oh yes, I remembered. Oh yes, you want to ink everything. Let's do that right now. So I pull up both of the photos and then I'm just going to go ahead and lay them back down. One of the reasons I chose to use the Take Me Away line is it does have small hints of lavender, and since I am wearing a lavender shirt in this particular photo, I wanted to go ahead and use that. Now, I am Oh, that's my nephew going, whose dog is that? Where'd you get that photo? And I'm explaining it's a birthday card. And now I'm out of ATG, so I'm going to have to go ahead and change that. For those of you who enjoy Xanthe stories, I will tell you when I change my ATG, I have to go and hide it in my pocket or hold it in both hands and run to the garbage can and throw it away directly. Otherwise, she totally tries to eat it because she adores ATG tape. All right, so everything's kosher with the ATG, and back to my layout. I'm going to go ahead and glue down that journaling square. I'm keeping things on the simple side for two reasons. First, I'm using 2 bolder pattern papers, and second, there's quite a few elements on the page between the birthday card and the photo, and even though I'm choosing fewer elements, they are on the larger side, like that giant arrow and the big wreath and the big banner. I am going to add a flare. That flare is cut out of the 6x6 paper pad for the Fancy Free line, which was Paige Evans's first line. I bought the 6x6 paper pad, and in the paper pad and also in the line, of course, there were circles, some with patterns and some with words, and my friend Deb owns a flare making machine, and so when I was at the crop in Texas back in October, I went ahead and had pre-punched out those before I left, and I just made a whole bunch of flare, and I divvied them up between the Fancy Free line, of which I still have plenty left, and this particular line, because several of the colors are very similar. This one says Awesome Sauce. I say Awesome Sauce quite a lot, so I thought that was apropos. And now I'm going to start working on my title. I take these Silver Glitter Fitzgerald stickers, and these are this is for the word birthday, and then I'm going to use, oh sugar, I don't remember yet what I use. It might be Elf Studio. It's my usual go-to for smaller ones. Oh, see, and here's what I do. When I can't make a decision about something, I just move on to something else, and then I come back to it. So what I do is I go to the chipboard thickers, and I choose that little leafy green thing, and see here, I finally decided to go and use the Elf Studio ones that are in a gray. I forgot one thing. In the upper left-hand corner, I did add that die cut that says Keeping It Real. I love the juxtaposition between the classic cross-stitch and then the super trendy lingo of the words Keeping It Real. Once I get that done, I'm just going to go ahead and trim that die cut off because it does hang off the edge there. And I just popped out of that up with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I'm going to add another one of those chipboard pieces underneath the title because there's a bit of an awkward space there between the title and the wood veneer, and then I add a third chipboard piece with that little heart to the upper left hand cluster. Now I have these 2 floral pieces, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue those down in each of what has turned out to be my embellishment cluster areas. And I believe I may be doing a little bit of misting here. Yes, I am going to do some misting. I believe I'm going to use concrete. Is that Yes, that is Concrete Shimmerings by Shimmers Paints. Once I do this, I am going to be finished with my video. I did forget to journal on camera, but I promise you I did complete the journaling. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. If you have any questions, please leave please leave it in the box below. I do try to answer them either in the comment section or in another video. If you could flip me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. In fact, it would be awesome sauce. All right, thanks so much for joining me here today. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!